Worldwide, an estimated 1.8 billion people suffer from presbyopia. And as more patients expect spectacle-free outcomes from their presbyopia treatment, refractive cataract surgery with premium intraocular lenses has become an attractive option. However, not all IOLs are created equal when it comes to visual outcomes. As a result, there is a great unmet need in presbyopia correction. This is where the Well Fusion optical system from CIFI steps in.
The unmet need is a question of quantity and quality. Quantity meaning how many lines of letters you can read, and quality meaning how clear is it, how bright is it, are there any light disturbances like halos and glare.
Dr. Victor Caparas is the medical director at the Eye and Vision Institute, the medical city in Manila, Philippines, specializing in cornea, cataract, and refractive surgery. He has clinical experience with the Well Fusion optical system and the Miniwell family of IOLs.
The diffractive lenses, the bifocals and trifocals, they give good far and near vision, but we also know that quantity is not everything. It does not matter if your patient can read up to 20/20 in your clinic but cannot drive at night because of disabling halos and glare. The EDOF lenses seem to perform better in terms of quality compared to these bifocals and trifocals.
Well Fusion is a unique optical system comprising two complementary and bilaterally implanted extended depth of focus, the Miniwell and the Miniwell Proxa.
Both lenses are made of the same material, and they have the same level of biocompatibility that we've known for many years. The Miniwell gives us good far and intermediate vision. The Miniwell Proxa gives us excellent near vision. Together, these will give us an uninterrupted range of vision from infinity all the way to about 30 to 35 cm.
Clinical experience has shown that Well Fusion offers an extended depth of focus of 5 diopters in the high vision zone between 2020 and 2032, as well as excellent near visual performance at 33 centimeters.
The first time I used a Miniwell lens was in 2017 when we did the first Miniwell study. And the results were very impressive in terms of the vision. Distance and intermediate was excellent. The reading was very good functional. But even then, we noticed that some patients were asking for a little bit more in reading. Our latest study, the Well Fusion study, was started late 2020 and finished in late 2021. So now we have sort of an answer to that unmet need. We have patients who can read very far and intermediate and very near. There is an absence or at least a significant reduction in photic phenomena. These are halos, glares, smudging. These are very much decreased compared to diffractive lenses. Contrast sensitivity is very high. They are much higher than the current crop of diffractive lenses. We employed a spectacle dependence and light dependence questionnaire. In both the light dependence and spectacle dependence, the patient scored very highly.
Patient counseling can be crucial to outcomes, and how well or quickly patients are able to adapt can determine their satisfaction with the procedure.
The diffractive design divides light in a trifocal into 3 separate discrete focal points. When one is looking an intermediate distance image, he's actually seeing at the same time the distance image and the near image. To be able to see one single clear image, his brain has to learn how to suppress the 2 other images. It takes a while, this process called neuroadaptation. It happens in most patients, but I have had patients that never adapted. With Well Fusion, we implant the Miniwell in the dominant eye and the Miniwell Proxa in the non-dominant eye. Because of the combination of the 2 lenses with each of its strengths, they complement each other, so they fill the gaps that the other has. This leads to a more convenient, maybe more efficient focusing, uninterrupted.
As with any presbyopia corrective procedure, patient selection can be a crucial element to securing optimal outcomes.
The ideal candidates for well fusion are those who are still active and they still wish to be productive. It can range from people who just merely want to drive, especially at night, to people who work a lot on computers and on screens, to people who just want to hit a tennis ball. Aside from these lifestyle traits, there are certain criteria that we look for when we do a screening of these patients. We look for pupils that are not too small. We look for corneas that are neither too flat nor too steep. We look for corneas with spherical aberrations that are not very high, higher order aberrations that are not high either. We're also very meticulous about looking at the patient's ocular surface, and we're looking for dry eye. So it does not necessarily disqualify a patient from receiving well fusion, but if you do detect dry eye before, we treat them and we continue the dry eye treatment even after surgery. And we find that our visual results are much better.
With the well fusion optical system, it's clear that a great unmet need in presbyopia correction is finally being met.
So the main benefit of the well fusion is to provide good vision at all distances, including near, good quality, which means a very high contrast sensitivity number, very little halo and glare. The patients need less light to be able to function and are practically 100% spectacle independent.
When implanting presbyopia correcting IOLs, it's time to raise the bar and deliver the outcomes patients want: excellent quantitative and excellent qualitative vision.